Notre Dame versus the Pitt Panthers in South Bend today. And for Fighting Irish Preview and fightingirishpreview.com, I'm Phil Houck, and these are my final thoughts just before kickoff. First of all, let's talk about turnovers. Turnovers, of course, it's a cliche. Every game comes down to turnovers, right? Well, this one, turnovers may play a bigger role than usual. Let's talk about a few past games for the Irish. Against Louisville on that horrible night in Louisville, Notre Dame turns the ball over 5 times, didn't get any back in return that night, and sure enough, the Irish lost. Now, the next week, when Notre Dame was playing USC at the same time, Louisville was being played by this Pitt team today that the Irish are matched up against. That night, if you look at the statistics from that game, Louisville dominated the game statistically, but lost on the strength, or I should say the weakness, of turning the ball over to Pittsburgh. 3 times, they turned the ball over 3 times in that game. That was a big difference. And then sure enough, in Notre Dame's last game against USC, they get 5 turnovers in that game. Notre Dame did. And Notre Dame won big against USC. So go figure, turnovers playing a big role. And for Pitt teams have a very good record when they win the turnover battle. Pat Narduzzi teams are 39-7 when they win the turnover battle. So protect the football. Notre Dame has been good at protecting the football this year, with the exception, of course, the Louisville game. But if they protect the football, that's going to go a long way towards a successful afternoon for the Irish. Another thing I'm thinking about is the Notre Dame receiving corps. You know, through 4 games, this receiving corps, well, it was pretty good the first 4 games of the season. But then the last 4 games happened, and it was kind of a combination of 2 things. One, a rash of injuries to that receiving corps broke out, mostly hamstring injuries. Jaden Greathouse, Jaden Thomas, and Tobias Merriweather have all been slowed by hamstring injuries in the last 4 games. Additionally, Notre Dame has played some better defenses in the last 4 than they did in the first 4 games of the season. Pitt plays pretty good defense. This isn't a great Pitt defense, but it's a good Pitt defense. They are 12th in sacks nationally. They are 20th in tackles for loss. They're going to bring pressure from all 3 levels, and that's kind of what Louisville did to Sam Hartman and pushed him into making some mistakes. They're going to try and do the same thing. They're going to try and put a cap on the Notre Dame running game, and they're going to kind of dare Sam Hartman to find his receivers downfield. So those receivers, they need to get open today. They need to make some plays. If not, I think Notre Dame's defense will keep them in this game, but it could be a low-scoring affair, and it could be a tough one that goes down to the wire. You know, Vegas has a lot of confidence in the Irish today. They have installed Notre Dame as a 20.5-point favorites. You know, and I kind of like it. I've had this theory all season long that with Marcus Freeman, it's boom or bust. I think the Irish may be in a bit of a boom cycle right now, particularly in light of coming out of a bye week. I think Notre Dame will have a good game plan today. I think those receivers' hamstrings are going to be healed up a little bit. Decent weather today, good football weather, 53 degrees at kickoff, no rain. Kickoff will be at 3:32, by the way. We have that down to the minute. And for Fighting Irish Preview, the Fighting Irish Preview and fightingirishpreview.com pick today, Notre Dame 31, Pitt 10. Like I said, pretty good weather today. Tune in, enjoy yourselves today, and we will talk to you after the game.